Hello everybody and welcome to another Ukraine war update. In the area south of Bakhmut, Ukraine continued to make advances and successfully attacked on at least two axes towards Klitschivka and Andrivka. The 3rd Separate Assault Brigade released several helmet cam videos from their 1st and 2nd Battalion storming Russian positions during the recent fighting in the area. Here we can see two Ukrainian infantry squads attacking Russian positions with support from M113 APCs. The volume of fire sent at the Russian defenders is pretty high and allows the Ukrainians to quickly advance. Also, please keep in mind that they actually have no cover besides the two APCs and are basically standing on pretty hot ground. There will always be comments saying that they're basically wasting their ammo here and shooting at nothing, but again, as always, this is called suppression fire. They're trying to cover as much of the area as possible with fire to pin down the Russians in order to maneuver on them safely. We can hear orders being yelled, reminding the fighters to keep their distance in order to not be bunched up, what would make them an easy target for machine gun fire drones, RPGs or grenades. What is pretty interesting about this particular clip is that we can hear a female soldier being present during this firefight. I don't know if she was a medic or actual combatant, but still, for me this is the first time hearing a woman in a firefight. Since there might be the misconception that I'm some hardcore conservative old-fashioned far-right guy, I have to say that this is not the case and I have no problem with women in the military, even in combat roles, as long as they can keep up with their male counterparts. Near Andrivka, the 2nd Assault Battalion of the 3rd Assault Brigade launched an assault on Russian-held positions. In the distance we can see smoke rising from an area attack that was conducted either by artillery or unguided rockets fired by a helicopter. Here we can see again that the soldiers basically are fighting in very hard terrain. Their right flank's pretty much totally open and in front of them there are only bushes that provide concealment. Also, it appears that this time there was no APC close to them providing fire support and cover. That's perhaps because the source stated that they encountered anti-tank mines on their path, and according to the source, some parts of the area were booby-trapped as well. Based on this and the terrain they were actually fighting in, the soldiers had to be very careful with their advance, and therefore they only could move forward very slowly. One Russian trench was relatively close to them within a tree line in the distance, and in order to capture it they had to cross open terrain without cover, what made their task extremely hard since the Russian machine gun was present in the area, pinning them down behind nothing but concealment. Here the Russian machine gun opened up again, forcing the men to make an as low profile as possible to avoid incoming fire. The men appeared to be well drilled and stayed calm during this. I want to state that in general you cannot do much in such a situation besides trying to move out of the kill zone, lowering your profile behind cover or concealment, and either respond back with fire the best way you can or simply just pray for relief by a nearby support by fire element relieving the pressure from you. The terrain gave them a pretty hard disadvantage and maneuvering on the enemy on the right flank was basically impossible. The left flank isn't very much visible, but I would say they did what they could do in the situation.
Підаремонки їбашуть внутрі посадки. 20, перед вами 10 метрів окопна лінія. Закидайте гранати. Братан, надо, щоб ви в посадку теж ныряли.
After the situation cooled down a little bit and they had gained rough intel where the Russian gunner might be, the soldier wearing the camera started an offensive move by pushing out of the relative safety of his concealed position to lob a grenade from his underbarrel grenade launcher at the Russians. The what looks like to be the point man did the same, and after repeating this several times, the soldiers decided they have gained the momentum to storm towards the trench. It looks like while the soldiers facing the right flank were forced to hide behind concealment, a Ukrainian MG team maneuvered close to the Russian position on the left flank and boot elements relieved each other and enabled the advance.
Давай, братан, пішов. Давай.
It could be that one of the soldiers here was slightly wounded and that's why the team pushed back. but the rest of the unit stormed forward and actually captured the trench. They went inside it, and this video ended.
Дай, надо забрати документи. Він ще й походу всрався.
A little bit further north, soldiers of the 1st Company of the 2nd Assault Battalion also kept advancing. Here the men were totally in the open with no concealment at all, not to speak of cover. A number of Russian dugouts were located in front of them, and they had to clear each one by one, hand by hand, by pushing through them. It looks like a large portion of the trenches were already empty and the Russians left. Still, nonetheless, the men had to be very careful. Behind every corner and inside every hole there could have been one Russian left with a hand grenade or an MG firing at them. Here again, even if many positions were already unoccupied by the Russian forces, the men basically used their fire not to hit somebody in the first place, but as a tool to clear the path for their advance. And that's for what the assault rifle, especially the AK assault rifle, was basically designed for. That's why the AK hasn't the highest accuracy. It was never built to be extremely precise. It was built to clear a path with fire through enemy lines. Here the soldiers throwing a grenade at the Russian position in response to what has been most likely a grenade thrown at them just before. All in all, the video and maps show that Ukraine is making slow but steady progress in the area. And I want to remind everyone that this is no Rush B scenario. While it's not the kind of war anybody wanna fight, currently this is the kind of war they have to fight. And these are still humans, there are no machines just going forward. It will take some time and we will see how the situation will unfold. That's it for this video, guys. For the ones who kept watching till now, I wanna say thank you. You are very good guys, no matter where you're from. This again is a longer video, and in these times of mass flooding YouTube with news and short videos, it is really appreciated by me that you took the time to watch this and listen to me. Again, as always, for the people who still don't know, YouTube is pretty much forcing me to do this commentary to the videos. I'm not allowed to share the clips raw. The fact that YouTube keeps the impressions for my new uploads extremely low compared to my older uploads is very frustrating. But it will not keep me from trying to do at least a better job than many mainstream media channels. Not that I have a problem with mainstream media channels, but I really do not like that YouTube allows them things. Since the war in Ukraine has started, they denied me for about 8 years now, starting from 2015. Also, I do not like that they are preferred by YouTube just because of the fact they are owned by some old billionaires or lords. I am from the West as well, and I'm pretty much in line with Western values, so it makes no single logical sense to deny me the same rights. And also, it's pretty unfair that certain rights YouTube has are just used for no other reason than to harm my channel. Nonetheless, thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like and comment. Also, you are invited to share this video if you want to help inform the millions of people who watch these videos daily without any real journalistic work by the big media outlets. Also, I would very much welcome if you subscribe, hit the bell and enable notifications. That way you can help me combat this unfair practice by YouTube at least a little bit. Very much more videos are about to come. Thank you. Till the next time.